I promise you, if I get voted worst ball knowledge again this year, I'm gonna lose my head.
Nah, we'll
I'm
see.
gonna lose my head.
That's West Ham. They're not that attacking. They're
You
not
know
that
what?
great.
You know what I'm realizing? Ali might be the most Brexit Chelsea fan. So we are starting. I said they are starting. They are benching.
That's
we
why
are
I've done that.
mid-table, but we won't be mid-table come the end.
Oh, sure you won't. Yeah, sure you won't.
Given that, now I'm gonna go for to be top because no, hold on. Let me give you my reason.
Yeah.
Bro, Anthony came in and was looking smoky. What when he scored with this danger? And I thought, this guy could be that guy.
Oh no,
that
game was not good.
Yo, what is everyone saying? Welcome back to another episode of the Total 90. Today, we are bringing back the highly controversial start, sub, sell. This time, we're including a lot of the new summer signings. Joining me first up, if you've seen that meme of that guy digging for diamonds and diamonds, but he gives up, this guy never gave up. He was taking L after L. But now, in the space of a week, he's seen a Jackson goal and a Mudryk goal. Ali, how are we feeling, sir?
Feeling good, man, off the back of a fierce derby win. You know what I mean?
Fierce derby, yeah.
You had to go and ruin it. You had to go and ruin it.
The title race is back on.
Yeah.
Fair enough, man. And next up, to restore order to, I guess, Ali's chaos and provide us an unbiased opinion on these Premier League players is the return of Mr. Bundesliga, Farhat 2K. What's good, sir?
I'm good, man. I'm looking forward to it.
We are going to hope that your scouting network is useful for us here. And lastly, a lot of people are questioning Mav again after his 4th place finish in the last draft. But what you don't know is that if you see the way this guy's moving on TikTok, you can understand why his head's not really in the game at the moment. He's losing a bit of focus on the important things. But he'll be back, don't worry. Mav, how are we feeling, mate?
Do you know what? That draft was, I don't even want to get started on that one, to be honest. That was an absolute state. But yes, no, I'm good. I'm happy to go. This should be a lot of fun.
Indeed. The concept is extremely simple. As always, 11 positions, 3 players each. We have, same as always, just 5 minutes to decide together which player we're going to start, sub, and sell. The only difference is we're doing it over the whole season. So we're going to see who gets caught by recency bias, who's getting caught up in current form, good or bad. We'll start straight away with the goalkeeper. I'm going to kick it off. Vicario, Onana, and Robert Sanchez. 3 new signings for 3 of the big teams.
Ooh.
Current form is a bit shaky for some, but then they have a reputation beforehand. Ali, do you have any initial thoughts on this?
I'm not the biggest fan of Robert Sanchez, but he's had his moments since he's been at Chelsea that's made me think, okay, no, this is a decent keeper we've got here.
They're saying he has the most clean sheets in the league at the moment.
You know what I mean? He's made some big saves and it's just, it can't go unnoticed, but you know what I mean? Some of them have got that Champions League pedigrees. It's tough. I actually don't know where I land with this one right now.
That's why I try to make it difficult, you know what I mean?
Listen, I'll tell you for free, I don't know if there's any winners in this one in terms of like what order you put them in. If you get this right, it genuinely is a stab in the dark, to be honest. But I'm gonna put my neck on the line, and I'm gonna go with, come the end of the season, with Vicario start. I'm gonna go Onana sub and Robert Sanchez sell. My reasoning behind it is Tottenham are gonna have the best season out of the 3, so invariably people will rate Vicario higher, and at the end of the day, Ali mid-table at the end of the day with Chelsea. So no matter what Sanchez does, they're going to be mid-table. So yeah, that's why I've just said that. That's why
we are mid-table, but we won't be mid-table come the end.
Oh, sure you won't. Yeah, sure you won't.
Given that, now I'm going to go for Sanchez to be top because no, hold on, let me give you my reason. I think our defense has been like one of the best so far in terms of our keeper. So if he carries that up, you know what I mean? What's to say he's not going to be...
You sound like United fans trying to claim that De Gea is a good goalkeeper off of clean sheets. That's fantastic. You're still going to finish the lowest. So, yeah, all the best.
Who are you siding with here in this discussion?
If we're saying end of the season, I'll put Vicario first. I've seen him in Italy. I think he should be above the other 2.
Okay.
Onana probably second. I mean, I don't really rate him as purely as a goalkeeper, but he is pretty good with his feet. And I don't know. I mean, he had a few good games now, but he's a bit too shaky for me at times. I'll put Robert Sanchez third.
Yeah, I wrote down a little 1, 2, 3 next to all of my picks beforehand, and I actually went Vicario 1, Onana 2, Sanchez 3, which is, to be fair, it is definitely inspired by recency bias. I didn't know who Vicario was up until like 2 months ago. I had Onana very
He's
high
class.
up, but what I'm seeing at the moment from that guy, I don't know if he can recover it enough to be number 1 in this list. So
not this season. No, not this season.
Listen, it's a long season though. You never know. I still rate him, but sometimes you have to say what your eyes are seeing, and it's difficult to put him number 1. So we are agreeing easily on goalkeeper. Then Vicario start, Onana on the bench, Robert Sanchez. You're getting sold, my brother. Unlucky, mate. We go to right back. Kyle Walker, Gusto, and Pedro Porro. I want to see what Ali's thoughts are on
this. Because I know everyone's thinking, yeah, Kyle Walker straight in there, but
that's what I'm thinking. Yes, because he should be, but it's okay.
I think Pedro Porro could end up having a better season than my man. Like Kyle Walker's not going to.
It's who you'd want. So, like by the end of the season, yeah. If we're saying like who you'd want in your team, you're saying basically you'd want Pedro Porro in your team. That's how we're looking at it.
Yeah, I think by the end of the season he would have overtaken him with right backs. Yeah, because Pedro Porro's very good. Pedro Porro's cold. Like he can defend and he can go forward. Kyle Walker's just speed. So you know what I mean. By the end of the season, I think even Pep would be happy to get a bit of Pedro Porro in him.
I promise you, if I get voted worst ball knowledge again this year, I'm gonna lose my head. I'm gonna lose my head. The things I've heard in the last few podcasts, I'll lose my head. I will. I promise I will.
No, I can't believe this Kyle Walker reaction that everybody acts like, bro. Someone told me
the greatest right back to play in the Prem. You can't believe the reaction when you say he's not great.
What trophies?
Based off most people's opinion.
What is he the greatest at? No, what is he the greatest at?
Right back.
No, what in specific? Let's give me some attributes. At right back, what is he the greatest at? He's not the greatest defensively. He's not the greatest going forward. So
I don't even know what to answer.
I got no answers to my question.
I don't know what to answer.
Because your answer, yeah, is going to be like, I don't know, Ivanovic or Gary Neville or something, and then you start asking what's this person's best attribute. Like no one is the best in every single attribute, like physically possible. He doesn't. You don't have to
but what is he the best at?
Pace, recovery, defending. He's very solid at. Going forward, he's pretty decent at. He's good 1v1. So like in all attributes. He's coming out well.
Same thing 3 times. One defensively, his good thing defensively is that he can recover well in it.
Being good 1v1 is not the same thing as being fast though. Like those are different.
Yeah, but he's not good 1v1. He gets done by tricky wingers.
By who? By who? Because last time I checked, he's the only defender I know that every time he's played Mbappe has locked him up, and no one else in the world can do that. I don't care. Like I don't care what you think about it. No one else can do that every game. Every game. No, he wouldn't. He wouldn't. Not every game.
That being said, so what ranking do you want to go with, Ali? Before, because I just realized
I'll put by the end of the season. I'll put Pedro Porro to start, Kyle Walker bench, and sell Gusto. But if it was 2 years, then Gusto.
It's 1 year, mate. Don't try to change the parameters.
Yeah, right.
Are you hearing what Ali's putting down?
No, not at all. I'll take Walker at 1 because. I mean, you can say like what is he good at? Probably at, I don't know, staying consistent over all these years, right? Like right backs come and go with their forms, but he just kind of stays all the time. So I think he's going to be number 1. Number 2 is probably for me Pedro Porro, and then number 3 Malo Gusto. I like all 3 of them though.
Fair enough. Again, I wrote it down here. I got the exact same. I got Walker 1. So we start Walker. You're benching Pedro Porro after a fantastic start, and Gusto is getting sold. Maybe a bit of red card tax in there. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. No. But now this next one of our centre-backs. Here we go. Arsenal, we're getting involved. Saliba. John Stones. Van Dijk. End of the season. I'm standing here before you to say Saliba will be starting. And that's not a slight on John Stones. It's a slight on Van Dijk, but not on John Stones. John Stones, you have my respect, sir.
Do you know what? I'm going to say comfortably. The only reason this isn't a whitewash easy answer is because I question whether John Stones is a centre-back in terms of how he plays. So can I consider him a centre-back? John Stones is the best footballer there, easily for me. As an out-and-out centre-back, I think I'm swaying towards Saliba. as an out-and-out centre-back, with John Stones second, although he's better. And then who was the other one? Sorry,
Virgil van Dijk.
Oh yeah, get that guy sold. John Stones is better.
Who
but
would you
centre
want
back.
in your team by the end of the season? Saliba or John Stones?
What formation? What formation? Flat 4-4-2.
You're the coach, mate. You're the
4-3.
coach.
What we playing?
You have a choice of
what we playing by the end of this video? 4-3-3.
Oh, this is a 4-3-3. Yes.
Flat 4-3-3.
I got the back four. I got like sixes, eights.
I don't think I could. I can't do that. I don't know if I can do that.
I can go over to Furhat. We see what he's thinking. Maybe he can have a swaying argument here somewhere. Furhat.
For me, it's really it's really difficult for me because I know it's recency bias, but Van Dijk has looked very good recently. You know,
good for him.
He's had that. Wait, why are you looking like that?
Has he?
Yeah, I think so. I think he's been really good. He's
literally had last game. The last game is the best I've seen him play for ages. But
he's had that one game with the red card. But I've watched all the other Liverpool games, and I think he was pretty solid. I don't see what people are talking. I'm still not gonna take him first. I'm just thinking.
Yeah, I mean, my centre back didn't get a red card, you know. So that's fine. My centre back hasn't even let in one goal away from home yet, but that's okay.
If I had to go with someone, I would go 1 Saliba. 2 Van Dijk, 3 Stones.
Wow!
I just think with Stones also being out, I'll take Van Dijk. I think Van Dijk is a bit of a victim to his own success, in my opinion. But you know,
no dramas. No, I hear what you're saying, Ali.
He's obviously never going to reach the level he had like a few years ago, but I think
you're saying really like his third or fourth gear is still better than most people is basically what you're saying. Yeah, I get you. Ali, if I dare hear you say Saliba, I'll turn to a friend now.
You know, I mean, this was a painful one, so I'll just keep it quick. It's Saliba's first, but only really based on game time and availability that he's going to have this season in it. By the end of the season, I think he'll be more important as a centre-back to Arsenal than John Stone is. I think he's got to start and John Stone's sub, and yeah, Van Dijk, the time is done, man.
Okay, fascinating. So I guess, Saliba's starting, that's a guarantee. So it's between then Stones and Van Dijk. So you two sold Van Dijk, right?
Yeah.
Ali and, okay. I'll also join you then in selling Van Dijk. Otherwise it'll be 2-2 and then we'll be stuck here together. I hear what you're saying. Van Dijk, he's been a bit better this year. Doesn't excuse the shocking red card, by the way, that could have cost your team the game. You just got lucky that it wasn't. But alas, we don't know how long Van Dijk's legs can carry him this season. So I'll go Stone second. Sell Van Dijk to maybe Saudi Arabia, get as much as he can, and then we move on. Left centre back, Colwill, Van der Ven, Lisandro the Butcher Martinez.
Ooh. Oh, this is easy for me. This is so easy for me.
Then you kick us off.
For me, the best here by a mile is Van der Ven. He's for me, I've been so impressed by him. He's just so good at the fact that he can go out wide as well and cover when a dog is up the pitch. He's been absolutely fantastic. For obvious reasons, I am going to put Colwill second. I don't like doing that. I think he's a little overhyped, but I do like him a lot. And I'm going to sell the Butcher.
Ali doesn't look happy with you.
Of course he isn't. He wants Colwill first because nonsense.
I'd like to hear you expand on the comparison of Colwill and Van der Ven. What's Van der Ven offering that Colwill's not?
A lot. I don't know if you watch football, but quite a lot more, in my opinion.
He said he can cover out wide. I don't know if you noticed, but Colwill's been playing left back.
Yeah, he's been playing left back. If he was so good at centre back, they wouldn't move him out there. A lot of people do this with players because he's played somewhere else. That makes him. We're talking about a centre back here, and Van der Ven's a better centre back than Colwill. I'm sorry,
Ali. So you're saying Colwill number one is what I'm understanding.
Colwill's start. Colwill's got to start.
And who's on the bench for you here?
I'm gonna go with Lisandro just because I haven't seen as much of Van der Ven in it, so I ain't got nothing.
It's clear because you're somehow selling him. So clearly,
I've seen him in highlights in it, but it's been 6 games of the season. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna put my house on him. So I'd rather.
But you would on the Butcher.
Like you said, it is for the end of the season, isn't it?
Yeah,
so
100.
Some people may get sold by the first 4 or 5 games, so that's why we see what happens. We'll keep these quotes stored as well. Everything we're saying I'm gonna write it down when we get here next year. I'm gonna write what everyone said about each player. So Furhat, what are you saying about this discussion here? Colwill, Van de Ven, Lisandro.
Let's start off with the easy one, in my opinion.
Okay.
We're selling Lisandro.
Ooh. You were a big fan last year.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, I can only tell you what my eyes see and the start of the season.
And the end of last. And the end of last.
Yeah. Like if I kept them in, I would be lying, right? Like I'm not gonna lie, I did, have them very highly up around like January time or whatever. But it's not been good, man. So I can't like just pretend. Yeah. And then I would probably, again, I like them both a lot, but I know what Van de Ven can do sometimes when he played at Wolfsburg. So I'll place Van de Ven on the bench and start Colwill. Because I'm not 100% yet. Van de Ven has some moments where his brain turns off, but we'll see. I'm not 100%.
You wouldn't say that Colwill has moments
where
his brain
I was literally about to say that's all Colwill has sometimes.
I've seen a lot of
but they both do, but I like
they both do, of course. Yeah.
I like my I'm a bit of a how would you say it? I'm a bit of a fanatic when it comes to centre backs that can play the ball well, so that's where it lies for me.
No, fair enough. Listen, like I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even know who Van de Ven was again until like 2 months ago. But when I've seen him, I'm saying, fair, this guy with his long legs, he's some athletic guy. He can win the ball, and he gets up within like half a second, and he'll start playing the ball. I said, yeah, do you know what? I don't like this because now you're gonna make Romero look decent as well. Even though what I've seen with my eyes, that other brother, oof. So I'm gonna start Van de Ven.
Whoa.
Yes, I'm starting Van de Ven.
Did you see yesterday's game?
I've seen all the games, mate, but I'm not going off of one game, you know what I mean? I did see it, yeah. Mudryk, well done. You scored a goal, mate. Fair enough.
I'm more concerned about the assist, you know what I mean? That's the kind of passes he brings.
Yeah, from centre-back though, yeah?
Oh, don't matter, bro. Don't matter.
He's not playing that pass. He's playing centre-back, mate.
Are we talking about left backs here or centre backs here? I'm confused.
He was playing left wing when he crossed that in, mate. I can't cut that. But no, I think with Cole, do you know what it is? Obviously, he's good, isn't it? I don't have any reservations against anyone putting him number one. But I just feel like he gets a little bit too overstated. Like I'm watching the England tournament and they're like, oh, he's the best centre-back in this whole thing. Oh, he's incredible. And I was like, no, he's decent. Like, I'm not seeing this all-timer that I'm being presented, but he is going to be on my bench. Fair play. Leacher.
You know where the door is.
Out you go, man. Which means we are stuck, though, isn't it? We have two people starting Van de Ven.
I think it's fair. I think. Do you know what? I know you probably don't want to do it, but I think it is that close with these two. I do think Van de Ven's slightly better.
If you're willing to change, then that's. If someone's willing to change, I don't mind.
I'll change the Colwill. I will. Okay. I'll have it on record that I said Van de Ven as well, but of course I'll change and go Colwill.
Okay. Well, I am vehemently staying with Van de Ven, which is against my principles and morals as an Arsenal fan, but that means you know how much I rate your team. So we are starting Colwill. I said they are starting Colwill. they are benching Van de Ven. Leacher, off your pop, son. There we go. We move over to left backs. We have, again, it gets a bit confusing because when you compare a certain team, their formation, as we said earlier, is a bit dodgy. But alas, Udogie, Robertson, Nathan Ake. I'll be honest, Ake would have been a comfy number one for me.
He would have been.
Hey, that Neto thing was a bit scary, though. I don't want to get caught by recency in it, so I think I have to. I'll start on this one. I think I'm gonna have to remain with Ake. Like the issues that we have is one, Man City's formation. Is it left back? Is it left centre back? Is Gvardiol gonna displace him? We're not 100% sure yet. That Neto game, maybe it's a one-off. I've seen him do very well against Saka, for example. With Udogie, I'm seeing a lot of crazy hype that he passed the Saka test, he passed the Salah test. Didn't really see that personally. I saw Saka had him on ropes for 45, 50 minutes I don't really remember him winning the ball off Saka like that at all. He tried to get forward and Saka won it off him. Saka scored twice. Salah got an assist as well. So I didn't quite see that. Like, he passed the test with flying colours, but he's clearly good. Robertson is the one that confuses me because I felt he had a very meaty start until he scored against Wolves. Was it Wolves?
Yep.
The one where it was like a little 1-2 basically. He scored against Wolves and I was like, okay, maybe like there's something life in there yet. But I can't judge a left back on scoring goals, so that's my issue. Right here, right now, I want to say start Ake. I wrote down bench Udogie, but then I'm looking at it. Am I gonna say Robertson? I think I am. Listen, you've had a great stint in the Prem. You can chill with your family in like Dunfermline or Inverness or something now. I think. Mav, your thoughts?
I don't like this one.
It's not meant to be for you to like
No,
it.
I know. I don't like this at all. Because again, I've backed Robertson for a long time, multiple times in drafts and all sorts. I've had to back him, and I still think whenever Liverpool are good, he's so consistent.
There's no bad players in this trio. Just
this is my thing. But same time, I agree with you which is very rare, but I agree with you quite heavily on the Destiny Udogie thing in terms of I'm seeing a lot of people saying he passed the test with flying colours. I don't think he defended Saka amazingly or Salah amazingly, but I think the role he's asked to do, and I think modern fullbacks aren't asked to go one-on-one all game long with the winger and win every time. 89th minute, I've seen him sprinting into the other team's box and cause problems, which is what he's asked to do. So I'm actually going to start Robertson. I'm going to go with Destiny bench and Ake sell for the reason Pep. I think Gvardiol is going to be the number one come the end of the season.
So you've heard two opposite ones. Which one are you more inclined to go with? Or maybe you got a completely different trio yourself.
Oh, this is a difficult one.
It's so hard, man.
I've been thinking about it the whole time. Yeah.
I actually love them all.
Like, you two were talking and I was like going through my head how I placed them.
Like, I could change my mind every minute on like...
Yeah, I can. No, I promise you I can.
But the thing is...
It's hard.
The thing is, Robertson's thing is also like very, very recent form, because I know that Liverpool fans did not like him as much before that.
Yeah.
So
of course, yeah.
I'll put Nathan Ake first. He's way too consistent for me when he plays, even if he gets phased out towards the end.
You still take him in your
club.
Okay,
number two, Udogie, again, one of the ones I'm a big fan of. I really like to watch Serie A and like follow their talents, so I already knew what he was about, to be fair. And then number three, Robertson. Seldom.
All right. You have the same trio.
Yeah,
that's what I've got. So
this is not a like dig to any of.
No, of course, these are three good left backs. In my opinion, maybe not Ali's opinion. He might not rate one of them. We'll see.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I'd hate to make it a tie now, but I'm leaning more towards the math side, isn't it? Where it's like, I feel like Robertson's got enough like credit in the bank, and we know his ability to be certain of a certain level this season, innit? Like, I feel like Liverpool are going to have a good year, which means that Robertson, to a degree, will have a very good season. It's a bit harsh to put him in the sell category, let alone even bench him, innit?
No, but it's not about how good Liverpool are, innit? It's like at the end of the season, let's say in a hypothetical world, at the end of the season, I now manage some random team. I get the choice to pick one of these players to join my team. That's what I'm basing it on, right? And I probably would want Ake in my team over Robertson.
As a hybrid, like free back that switches, yes. As a left back,
but yeah, I'm a football genius, so I can operate with different systems. I can go. With
I know. Yeah, I get 100%.
So Ali, so you're going with what Mav's one is?
Yeah. Robbo first, then Destiny, and then
okay. So either way, Udogie's on the bench. So like, it's basically the bench is sorted. Who's starting? Who's getting sold? Is anyone willing to make a movement?
Nope.
I think it's too disrespectful to Robertson to move on.
Yeah,
like,
I agree.
He's been doing this thing for too long.
Fine. No problem. I got to watch his Arsenal masterclass against Lens, so no problem. We'll start with... So Robertson, you are starting on the bench. Destiny Udogie and Ake, you're getting sold. But you're getting sold for a good amount of money, bro. We're going to find you a really good home. Don't worry about that. We now go over to the DMs.
Here we go.
Okay.
Declan Rice, Yves Bissouma, Casemiro.
Sake. For flip's sake.
Ali, you can start us on this one since you were last on the previous. You can start us off here.
I dare you. I dare you.
He doesn't rate two of them. I don't know about his thoughts on Bissouma. He might not rate any of them, to be fair.
I dare you.
The thing is, like you said, I'm not the biggest fan of the lot of them, but
okay.
I think out of those three, I'm probably starting Declan.
Okay.
And then bench Bissouma and sell Casemiro, and his time is done again. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, squeeze out whatever piece you can still get.
Yeah, if you can even get a transfer fee, even just that's it on a free that now.
Even at Arsenal, his contract is getting terminated. That's it. We can't sell the guy. Fez. Mav, are you inclined to get the same
easiest one? This is cut and dry. Exactly that order. Rice, Bissouma, Casemiro. It's the easiest selection of the day for me. Easiest.
So you're not getting sold by all the people saying that Bissouma is far clear because of the last month and a half or so. You sticking?
No, I said this on stream the other day. Him and Sarr, although I do believe they're relatively average footballers in total, they work perfectly in the way that obviously Tottenham are playing right now.
For, I guess a flat agreement there, right?
Yeah, you're asking a Bayern fan who we would want out of Rice, Bissouma, and Casemiro. Obviously, Rice, we were after him. He's, I think, the best. Then Bissouma second. And third, Casemiro. I've seen him play against my team, and I hate SofaScore. I can't believe they had him on 8.6, 8.7. He was so bad all game, but
don't get me started on Bruno Fernandes's performance against you guys, and the fact that people tried to claim that he had a good. I couldn't believe it. That game. I already knew, but that game confirmed no one actually watches with their eyes. They actually watch through FootMob, SofaScore. They do. He was so bad. Bruno was so bad. Casemiro was rubbish too, but he scored 2 goals. So
unfortunately, I didn't get to watch that match. I was watching my team body PSV in the rain. I was enjoying myself. That's why when you first said it, you were like, I watched him against my team. I was there thinking about when Casemiro should have got about 7 red cards for Real Madrid against Bayern in 2017.
Should have got sent off.
I saw that video recently, and I'm thinking, so they've been saying Casemiro's never had a red card for Real Madrid. I'm saying, okay, that's interesting. How's that possible? I've watched his video. 5 red card challenges. 5. Yep. No red for any of them. I say, wow. So that's what Casemiro's been doing in Spain, yeah?
But Vidal gets sent off.
But easy one. So I'm going with Rice. I'm going with Bissouma on the... So Rice will start. Bissouma is on the bench. Casemiro, off your pop, mate. Not even to Saudi. You're going Turkey, mate. You go over there, bro. Centre mids. I had trouble picking this one. I was trying to think, what's the best trio to use? I couldn't really get a clean one. But alas, I have Bruno Guimaraes, Enzo Fernandez, and Alexis McAllister.
Easy.
Okay, easy. You go on then. Tell us why it's easy.
I'll put in Enzo first. Oh, actually, the second two isn't as easy as the first one, to be fair. Out of the two of them, I feel like they can be a bit, probably similar levels. I'd probably just put Bruno Guimaraes ahead of him because, I don't know, Brazilian, Newcastle. I've got a bit more of a vibe for him, so I put Bruno.
Picking it up vibes.
I put Bruno's sub and so McAllister.
First, Mav, obviously as a super McAllister fan on this pod, how have you felt about Liverpool so far? Are you moved by this short-term thing? Do you think he can pick it up?
I've said it in a previous podcast, and I'll say it again. I don't know if I can back another Brighton player outside of Brighton because this keeps on happening, doesn't it? It just keeps on happening.
Leandro.
I like him a lot, and this is really hard for me because I love all 3 of these players. Again, this is a great selection. You've done well today, I'll be honest, because I actually have to think about these apart from the DM. Bruno Guimaraes start.
Oh, brother.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Enzo Fernandez sub, and I'm going to go with Alexis McAllister sold. Okay. And my reasoning for it, because I know Ali wants to hear it, is for me, for me, I think it's undoubted that he has been Newcastle's most important player for the whole time he's been there now. He's going to continue to be that this season. If you're a manager, I think your safer option is Bruno, because Enzo Fernandez, whether you like it or not, is still not proven yet. He'll continue to not be proven by the end of the season. For logical reasons, that's my answer.
Are you on the McAllister sold one? Is that like a lock-in, or you?
Yeah, McAllister is sold, locked in.
Okay.
I've said it to Liverpool fans like a lot of times. I don't even know how he like gets compared to his midfield partner, who is Szoboszlai.
Oh, what a player, by the way! Oh my god, what a player!
I think he's unfortunately a bit off. Maybe clubs have to be very conscious about buying from Brighton now. They need to know that they have to play that exact role, perhaps, to work out. And I would have him free, Bruno second, even though I like Bruno a lot, and Enzo first. I can't lie. Every time I watch Enzo, you can take this, as a compliment or not, I guess. Every time I watch Enzo, he reminds me a little bit of Kimmich, and I can't slander Kimmich, right? So
that Kimmich comparison is crazy, but
it's genuinely. You can even look at
thing I've ever heard.
You can even look at the statistics. They play in a very similar way. Both are not necessarily the quickest. They break the lines. They're solid defensively, not elite though. They do get caught out here and there. They play very similar to me. So I can't go against them. I love watching Enzo.
I'm trying to process what you just said.
Yeah, no,
I'm trying to understand. Cause obviously, you are a Bayern fan, so you've seen Kimmich
just because
1,000 times more than me. But like,
yeah, it's just because people. Obviously, you can say Kimmich is the better version of Enzo, right? But in terms of play style, they're very much the same. Believe me, if you watch Bayern games, they're very much the same.
I think your reputation precedes you here, because if someone else says this, I'm really.
Bro, I promise you, if I say this, if I said what Ferhat's just said, I don't think people want me back on this podcast. By the way,
but it's not,
I don't think they want me back. I'm being so honest.
What exactly do you think differentiates the both?
Kimmich is very defensive. From Kimmich that I know,
who's very Kimmich? Kimmich is not very defensive.
So the Enzo, I guess, strengths, if you will, are. Number one is passing, right? That's
Kimmich, yeah.
So you reckon Kimmich is like a similar passer to?
Yeah, they got the same kind of like play style. I would say Kimmich's passing range and that final pass is even better than Enzo's, but they are very similar players. I am not kidding you. You can look at the statistics.
Who do you guys play this weekend?
We play, I believe. Let me think. I don't even know about this weekend.
I'll be there.
I just know we play Copenhagen. I'm not sure about the next one.
I'm not gonna judge him of Copenhagen. I want to see because I didn't watch the.
We're playing Freiburg, very defensive side. They're probably gonna sit back all 90.
Let's see how we
I'm not gonna say it because maybe you're right, innit? Like I can't really argue with someone that watches it 400 times, but fair enough.
Go sit down. It might be at a like prime time or whatever. Sit down, watch Kimmich, and like come back to me and tell me what's the difference.
Okay, no worries. So at the moment, so we have so McAllister's being sold. We have two that are starting Enzo, one that is starting Bruno. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Down to me.
Yeah.
People know my thoughts on Enzo, but no. I haven't even said anything yet. Whoa. Hey, believe it or not, I actually wrote Enzo as number one. People just because I'm not like you. I don't just have stupid agendas for no reason. Yeah? When I say things, they have a reason behind them. I don't think Enzo is the best midfielder in the universe or second after KDB or whatever it is that these guys are saying. I don't think he's anywhere near that. Doesn't mean that I think he's rubbish. Like, I'll never say, oh, this guy's terrible. Or maybe I will, but I'm trolling, to be fair. So, my concern, I would have said Bruno maybe 3 months ago. But the more I see Bruno when he plays against Arsenal, against City, against Milan in Champions League 2 weeks ago, I'm thinking, where even is he? What's he even contributing? Why is he even here? And just some question marks about Bruno Guimaraes in big games. But same time, he is more reliable. I've seen more of a portfolio of his that I would take over Enzo's. But the issue is, if I go with Bruno now, Ali's never going to change his mind. And I don't think Ferhat will either. So if I'm like, 50-50. I might as well let Enzo have it. And then we continue forward. But just be aware, like, I'm not sold on either of them. This is a trio where there are a lot of question marks. That's all I can say. So we are starting Enzo Fernandez. On the bench is Bruno Guimaraes. And McAllister, unfortunately for you, you've been played out of position every game. So maybe there's time for you to fix it, but not if you're playing like Endo DM or yourself DM. Sorry, mate. You are getting sold. We go to our front four. Attacking mids. Is it going to be recency bias? Is it going to be a long-term thing? James Maddison, Martin Odegaard, Bruno Fernandes.
Flip. I'm gonna go.
Who's gonna get caught?
I'm gonna go. Everyone knows where I'm going with this, so I don't know. That's why I'm gonna go. Start Odegaard, bench Maddison, sell Bruno Fernandes. I will never live in a world where I want to buy Bruno Fernandes as a football player. And
maybe ultimate team.
Not even that. No, apparently he's pretty good this year, but I haven't tried him. But yeah, no, for me, at the end of the day, there's no one on this planet that will change my mind on Bruno Fernandes as a football player. And I've seen Man United enough times now without him to know that I'm right about him. The fact that Mason Mount came in and played the way he did in that position and has Man United fans asking what's going on here, it tells you everything you need to know. His play style for me does not suit Man United. It probably does suit Sporting Lisbon, to be honest, and a team of that ilk. Martin Odegaard is absolute mustard. I was on the train of him before most Arsenal fans. I will stay on that train. I absolutely adore the guy. The way he plays football is how I want my centre midfielder to play. And Maddison is a fantastic footballer. Again, I've always said that, but just behind Odegaard for me, and it's very close. I know a lot of people end of the season will probably be reactionary and say Maddison, so I'm probably going to be proved wrong by the end of this, but my mind will never change on those three.
When you mentioned Mark's name, you made me realize I should have maybe done like a Mount, Havertz, and someone else. That would have been real test of people's ability to see the future vision. By the way, Havertz will be number one in that conversation, but keep it.
Sure, it would.
Ali, your thoughts on the trio aforementioned?
Yeah, I don't know if it's recency bias or my Arsenal hatred that's, you know what I mean?
I can tell you it's both. I can tell you it's both with what you're about to say. But
I don't think I can, whatever the feeling is, I don't think I can ignore it, innit? I feel like I'm going to put Maddison to start just because I feel like he's going to have a bit more of an impact in Spurs team. Like, he's more important in it, so he's going to look better come the end of the season, innit? Who would you want in your team? Forget about who is important. Like, this is not the transfer tier list of who is like an incredible signing for their team. It's just at the end of the season, which player is the best one, the one that will start for your team? Yeah, no, I'll start Maddison just to make up for all the times I used to lie and say Mount was better than him. So I'll put Maddison in there.
So that's your apology for Madison, basically.
Yeah, a little apology. I owe him that at least. So we'll put Maddison, Odegaard on the bench, and actually, I don't. It was a bit harsh to say Fernandes as I was about to say it, because you know what I mean. It's Bruno Fernandes. He's got something, but yeah, you can't sell Odegaard. So yeah, Fernandes has to be sold, I guess.
You can get some big money for Bruno because the United fans will tell you every single stat that he leads on, and therefore you get a lot of money out of him. You know, you get his PR is kind of crazy. What are you thinking about this trio?
It's a difficult one apart from the sell one.
Okay.
Selling, I'll do Bruno. I think every time, an important game comes around, something, where he has to show his obvious talent that he does have, he kind of just goes, I don't really feel like it. He doesn't really impress me. He didn't impress me against Bayern. I think he was absolute. He was bad. He was bad, to keep it PG. And I would probably, for my own team, I like them both a lot, and Maddison is unlucky to be put against this guy. So Maddison on the bench, Odegaard first. If Musiala and Odegaard linked up in midfield, that would be absolutely crazy. So
yeah, you'd be Tell would be
like them like interlinking. Is
that'd be beautiful to watch. I'll be real.
It would be carnage for the entire. It already is carnage with Bundesliga.
Yeah,
like you got Choupo-Moting playing 10. So imagine having someone like Odegaard or something.
All I know is your Premier is going mad now. The United fans are losing their head and just throwing in Bruno stats right now.
Yeah.
No, you know what? You know what it is? I don't think they're the ones going mad. The guys going mad are the rats on Instagram, because I've been posting like the couple clips every week, yeah.
Oh.
And people on Instagram, I don't know, like if I rank the ball knowledge of different apps, yeah, I know Twitter's for trolls and that, but I do respect people on Twitter when they're being serious. Instagram might have the lowest IQ out of everyone.
Yep.
Like they were cooking you, man, for the leecher thing. They were yelling non-stop in the comments. I'm thinking, bro, take it easy, man. So them are the ones that are gonna go crazy. But I think deep down people know, like, listen, Bruno's thing, no matter how much you gas up a compilation versus Luxembourg or Crystal Palace B team or whoever it is that they're playing and he's doing all right, when push comes to shove, you're not there. They're going to question Odegaard in big games, but they linked up how many times in the last year or so, Odegaard and Bruno? One person slapped the other guy's head many, many times. So I'm obviously going to go with Odegaard start. Maddison is second. He's showing me what I didn't know he had. You know what I mean? I'm always there saying, I see you do it at Leicester. Can you do it somewhere else when you have a much more important role? We're still yet to see like 100% if that's going to be the case or if it's a purple patch. Because one thing with Maddison, he loves a little too much. He loves
purple patches. He does. He does. Yeah.
But then when the chips are down, he's there, crying on Twitter. Oh, watch the game with your eyes, like read before and understand. So we'll see how long it lasts. If it does last, I'll be there with my hands up in June. But alas, you're on the bench. Bruno, you are getting sold. You had a good spell from like December to February, but it's not enough for me. Front three, here we go. Right wing, Diaby, Kulusevski, Bowen.
Easy.
Go ahead.
Of course, I'm gonna have to say this. I am in love with Diaby. I absolutely adore this guy. And again, Ferhat will probably have a different perspective, maybe on him from the Bundesliga, of course, in his Bundes time. But for me, he's just so direct. He's so positive. He just always wants to make something happen. His decision making in terms of if he should bring someone else in or if he should go alone is pretty solid for majority of the time. I'm gonna go start Diaby. Kulusevski. I like him a lot. I do like him a lot. And again, I've defended him multiple times on this podcast. But I do think he's one of Tottenham's most replaceable players. Bench him and sell Jared Bowen. I mean, how he's even in this convo is insane. But
he's bagging goals for West Ham. He's doing his thing.
Man, it's not. It's not. If Bowen was like not English, guys would not be hearing this. I can't lie. If he wasn't Jared Bowen in English,
care about English players. Like the thing is,
most people do though.
Because Saka's going to win automatically if we put.
We can't put Saka in. Yeah, for sure.
So I try to go a little bit lower.
I'm not saying Jared Bowen's terrible, but no. No, he's not terrible, but not in this convo. Sorry.
So what tree are you going with then, Ali?
I think I'm gonna sell Kulusevski because I feel like it's been a while since we've seen him at his best, and so for me, in terms of this season, I'm not expecting crazy things from him.
You haven't watched Tottenham this season, have you?
I have. I haven't watched them all of their games, but I've watched them in it, and he's never the one that stands out.
Okay.
Is that a fair statement?
No.
I hear it.
He's never stood out for me anyway, and I'm gonna put Bowen to start so he gets the respect he deserves because you know what I mean. He's very good. Like as right wingers go in the Prem.
Oh my!
Jared Bowen can shoot. My man's scoring headers this season.
Oh my!
We all know he can finish in terms of left foot. He can finish, but he's scoring headers as well in a West Ham team that. It's West Ham. They're not that attacking. They're not that
you know what I'm realizing? Ali might be the most Brexit Chelsea fan.
Hey, that's an achievement.
That is an achievement, by the way, for a Chelsea fan.
I put Diaby bench because sometimes when you come into the
how many men are going on the bench? You said Kulusevski's
no, Kulusevski's getting sold.
Okay.
Diaby's on the bench because sometimes when you come into the Prem, defenders don't really know what you're on, so you'll come in. Look fantastic, but that will peter off, man. It will peter off a little bit.
I'm more impressed when a winger comes into the Premier League and straight away they're cooking. They don't cry or make excuses. Anthony, Sancho, I can list a lot of United wingers that have done this.
Bro, Anthony came in and was looking smoky. What when he scored in this stage and I thought, this guy could be that guy.
Oh no, that game was not good.
For 20 minutes.
He wasn't even good in that game, by the way.
Yeah, he wasn't.
The very next pod we did, I said, listen, I'm gonna sound mad salty, but Anthony wasn't good. Like, well done, you scored, didn't it? And you beat us, but you weren't good.
I agreed on that.
Yeah,
The only thing he did good, which he still does good to this day, is
pressing.
track back,
Yeah,
put him right back or something, man.
Yeah.
No, I'm not accepting that. Me personally, I have DRB number 1. I know I said this about not getting caught by recency, and I wasn't watching him in Bundesliga like that, but sometimes in the space of 2 months or whatever, I can see enough to say something. And Kulusevski, I rated him when he came. I was there saying this, I hate all Spurs players, but your thing, I'm liking what you're on. But it's been a bit too long now. He's becoming a bit of a one-trick pony where like he'll cut inside and play that exact same sort of diagonal through ball over and over and over again. Obviously, it works sometimes, don't get me wrong, but it's not as effective as when he was there, like, let's say, a year and a half ago, and he's whipping shots bottom corner or, like, scoring goals and that. So, you are going to be on the bench. And Bowen, respectfully, I'm selling you because your fans tried to act like he's better than Saka. That is unacceptable. So, it's not your fault, necessarily, but I cannot accept that. Furhat, your trio.
I'm gonna put Diaby first. I think he is still pretty much the same that he was in the Bundesliga, which is impressive because the Premier League is obviously, a step up. I like Diaby a lot. He's, I think, the only winger I've ever seen Davis, do for pace. Not like technical ability, just genuine pace. Like I've never seen a person be that quick. Then second, I can't lie, it should probably realistically be Bowen, but I'm gonna put Kulusevski on the bench just because I rep him for years now. I'm not gonna do him dirty. Yeah, and Bowen can go last place, man.
Fair enough.
When Bowen has the most goal contributions out of these 3 at the end of the season, we'll come back to this moment.
Okay, but Bruno Fernandes will have the most goal contributions in Cam, but he's still so.
No, that counts for something.
I'm not disregarding Bowen's thing in it.
It doesn't always.
Obviously, Mav said, "How is he in this convo?" I'm not on that sort of level in it, but at the same time, if I'm building my team and I'm offered one of them, I still know that me, as a fantastic coach as I am, I believe that I can get something of Kulusevski, even though maybe Antonio Conte or Postecoglou, maybe these guys can't quite get that. I'm very good with wingers, so I think I can mold him into the player that I want him to be, where he starts taking the shots again. He gets his confidence back. That's all. But anyway, we start the RB. We are benching Kulusevski and Jarrod Bowen. You are getting sold. Last 2 positions, striker. I had 2 different ones here. I had more of like a banter one than that with Jackson, but I thought, let's make it a bit different. I'm gonna go with Gabriel Jesus, Ollie Watkins, Darwin Núñez. Why are you laughing?
Huh? This is not the banter one. This is not the banter one.
You want to know what the other one was?
Oh, God, here we go.
It was Nicholas Jackson, Hoyland, and Nketiah.
That's far better.
Is it?
That's a far better. The one you've asked is way more banter. Am I going mad here?
But these 3 are better. Jesus and Watkins and Núñez are better.
Am I going crazy here? The one you've asked is the banter one, surely.
Jackson first.
Wait. Jesus, Watkins, and Núñez. And then there's Jackson, Hoyland, and Nketiah. You're saying this one is the better trio? that's a better comparison of level of abilities, I think. Again, and obviously I'm a Villa fan, but Wait,
are we really comparing Watkins to Gabi Jesus?
Hold on. Give me your trios for that Jesus, Watkins, Núñez, because it sounds like it's going to be unanimous. So just no explanation
for Jesus, Watkins, Núñez. It's Jesus, Watkins, Núñez.
Is that what everyone is?
Yes, I have Jesus, Watkins, Núñez.
Okay, fine. I'll leave that one then. Fine. Well, I know Ali won't agree, but I don't care. I was
going to put Watkins first, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, all right.
No,
fine.
Fair.
We'll go with Nico Jackson, Eddie Nketiah, Rasmus Hoyland.
Now that's hard. For me, that one's hard.
Well,
I don't know.
I don't know about hard. Well, you know what I mean? You know who's going first, guys? Big Nico Jackson, man. But remember, we're not talking about the first 5 games we've seen, because forget about Nketiah. He's been here. He's been around for time, innit? But I think out of Hoyland and Nico Jackson, come the end of the season, Jackson would have more goals. So I think, yeah, man, Jackson starts all day. Højlund will get benched and I'll sell Nketiah, man, because you know what I mean, we don't need all of that.
It's because you're jealous. You're salty that you kept on scoring the Emirates, isn't it?
Nah, man, we don't need all of that poacher stuff, man. All you do is finish. Get out of here, man.
All you do is finish, you know. A Jackson fan saying all you do is finish.
What?
Oh no, all you do is score goals, bro.
Tell us to get involved, man. Tell us to get involved in the game.
Whilst Mav deliberates severely, what are you thinking?
People are going to think I hate United even though I don't, you know. They genuinely are.
Okay.
For this season, I'm going to pick 1 Nicholas Jackson, 2 Nketiah, 3 Rasmus Højlund. Because I was trying to see what his scoring frequency in the Premier League is. Højlund, that is. It's 0 because he hasn't scored yet.
Yeah.
He doesn't impress me. I know he scored against us, but it's another one of, oh, you scored. I guess it was a good game. No, it wasn't. He just doesn't impress me at all. He just kind of puts his back into the defender and then pushes them away until, you know, they're gone, and then that's it, kind of. I don't know.
Yeah,
Passes it on. He doesn't impress me.
The first time when I seen him, I was like, I'm kind of moved by this so far. This little cameo, I'm kind of moved. Maybe because I was nervous, like in the stadium. I'm nervous.
Even on that day, I know people like praise them. Even on that day, I didn't see it personally. Maybe it's a me thing or something.
I don't want to concede in it. So whenever you're on the ball, obviously you've come on fresh, and I guess because it's your debut, you're gonna be like amped up. Like you're gonna be moving crazy.
If we're saying this season, I'll go with that order: Jackson, Nketiah, Højlund. If we're saying like potential ceiling before United fans go crazy, I still think Højlund is first for that.
Okay, that's fair enough. Mav, have you had time to deliberate?
I have. Furhat's final sentence there summed it up for me. Potential wise, out of this 3, clearest for me. However, what I will comfortably say is playing with Antony and Rashford is not going to allow him to look like a good striker this season. He has the ability to be better than the other 2. I don't think he's going to show that this season, and that's what we're having a convo of, which is this season. So for that reason, I'm going to sell him. The other 2, I genuinely mean this with my heart, because I will continue to say it until he proves me wrong, which I don't think he will. I've had to watch Ollie Watkins for a very long time, and Nicholas Jackson is Ollie Watkins in a Chelsea shirt. He does so much and it makes you love him, but when you actually break it down, come on, man, let's be honest about it. I've said, and you can ask all the boys that know me, Eddie Nketiah will bag you goals. Whether you like him or not, he will continue to score if he starts. And for me, I want my striker to score goals. So I'm going to start Nketiah. I'm going to bench Jackson. You hard worker, cool, whatever. But you're benched, and I'm selling Højlund. There we go.
I mean, you did mention, obviously, United and having Antony and Rashford who just spam shots. I know someone that after every Rashford knuckleball that the keeper parries will be there in the 6 yard to just... You know, he doesn't look aesthetically pleasing, but I know a certain Eddie Nketiah. He's in the room. He's there to be just poking these rebounds in. So, okay, in that case, I haven't written a number down because this one I had it in my reserves. I was thinking of, but okay, I'll go with. I mean, I guess I got to back my Arsenal guy, innit? I got to back Eddie Nketiah. I'm not like a super fan or anything like that, but he's Ghanaian and he plays for my team.
Yeah, but does that mean you'll start him over Nicholas Jackson?
Yes, because I want my striker to score goals, and he scores goals.
I know it's for the end of the year, but if you offer me right now, I don't want to swap Eddie Nketiah with Jackson. I don't want to swap him. No. So we have...
Not goal scorer.
Wait, so 2 of us have Nketiah start, right?
Yeah, 2. Yeah, it's 2-2 again.
It's 2-2 again. Jackson.
I had Nketiah sell, so really you should deduct some points from Nketiah for that. Jackson.
I'm not moving. I'm not moving to Jackson. I'm sorry. I'm not.
Bro, you know...
I'm not moving either now.
I
think when Jackson gets going, it's gonna be good because he was one of the
do you know how many times I've heard that?
Okay, fine. If we have to, I'm not comfortable putting Jackson. No, you man. One of you, come on.
I'm not moving.
No one's moving, bro. I promise
isn't Nketiah gonna play like that this season? No, let's be real. Once everyone's...
he can play 5 games. He's still better than Jackson, man. I can't lie. He's still better than Jackson.
Come on,
It doesn't matter if he plays 100 games or 5. Okay, because Ali sold Nketiah, I guess then in terms of averages, Nketiah is second. So as ridiculous as this may be, Jackson is starting. Our team is losing, you man. Jackson is starting. Eddie Nketiah is on the bench, and Højlund is being sold. I don't think I'm happy with that at all. But alas, there we go. Last position, left wing. We bring up some old names, but also we add a new one.
Okay.
Martinelli, Rashford, Doku. Interesting. End of the year. End of the year. Doku throws a spanner in the works. Will Rashford find the random form again for a month or two? Who knows? Will Doku be padlocked by Pep to say, hey, no, stop the dribbling, just go back and pass it to Ake or Gvardiol?
Do I play this one safe and go for points, or do I just do I listen to my heart here and
You
just say
always
what I believe?
Forget about the ultras. We love you, the ultras, but don't influence what.
Okay,
man
so
thinks.
honest question of if you gave me these three to pick as a manager: Martinelli start, Doku sub, Rashford sold. That's my honest heart, for the reason being Rashford. I'm not saying he's a bad footballer. What I am saying is he fits specific teams. Doku, even though I haven't seen much of him, I know come the end of the season, Doku's a proper winger. He's a proper winger, beats his man. It's what City have needed for a while. And Martinelli, I mean, you can hate him or dislike him. He's the most English Brazilian I've ever seen in my life. But the fact of the matter is he's mad effective.
When he controlled it with his back against Tottenham.
He's mad effective. And at the end of the day, you can put him on the pitch and you know he's going to affect the game.
I have the same order. Martinelli first, just because of exactly what Mav said. To be fair, it's just.
Can you imagine Martinelli at Bayern?
At
the
what?
high lines at Bayern, he'll be finessing those high lines. One little through ball from Kimmich, who's the best passer in the world. Yeah, Bayern wingers, man, they change it like every month. Who's the best one, man? Is it Sane or Coman this time? Who's the best now? Is it Sane or Coman?
Easily Sane this season. He's our best player.
Yeah, the other week it was Coleman, but fair enough.
No, it wasn't. So I would take in terms of for my team Martinelli first, just because of how effective he is. Second, Doku, I've rated him for years now. You know this, I think. And Rashford third, again, the thing is I like him, but I don't know.
All that feeding the children, like, obviously, you know what I mean?
That's he's so inconsistent.
Ali, I have a feeling you're not going to have the same trio to any of us here.
No, I don't know, because I do want to stick with what everyone's saying and go Martinelli, but I feel like if I had Rashford at my disposal, it might be deluded, but I'd be too tempted. Like, you see the glimpses of what he can do. I'd be too tempted to start a minute. Like, I feel like any top manager would think, yeah, I could get something out of this guy, innit? When you see him play. So, actually, no, man, let me be real. For this season, innit, I don't want to come back and have this bite me in the arse. I'm going to put, what's it called? I'm going to put...
That's what happens when you say Rashford first, by the way. People are knocking saying, are you sure about that?
You know what I'm saying? The ultras are coming for
people. That's the ultras coming in saying, excuse me, mate, enough is enough. Enough is enough.
Yeah.
You've said enough.
He's suspended.
Yeah.
Get off.
Yeah, no, I'll put Martinelli to start, Rashford sub, and so Doku, man. Not yet. He's not ready yet.
Well, I mean, doesn't matter what you say anyway, because I also agreed with the Martinelli start, Doku second, Rashford third. Martinelli, for me, the reason that I'm so moved by him, obviously as an Arsenal fan, that's separate to it. I don't care if he's English or Italian or Brazilian, whatever. When the chips were down, this guy was the one that I saw showing up every single time, no matter what. Doesn't mean it was a good game every single time, but he wasn't hiding. He wasn't pretending to be injured. He wasn't throwing his arms about like other people. That's a winger that I can work with no matter what. So well done. You are starting. Doku, you're on the bench. And Rashford, you are, unfortunately, being sold. So you can go and focus on your career in politics. Congratulations. That is our 11. Again, we'll be back in May, June, whenever the season's over. We'll find a spare week to come back and look at these and see exactly what we said, whether there were any howlers or just a lot of good takes. I think we're all spot on here. Let me know your thoughts. Of course, let us know in the comments. Start, sub, sell, blah, blah, blah. Leave a like if you haven't already. Subscribe to this new channel. Next week, I'm thinking, since it's Black History Month, we might get a African Nations draft. We'll see how it goes, though. I got to think about the timings and who's available and whatnot. But other than that, I'm joking.
I won't be about.
I thought you were doing that to Black History Month. I said, whoa, that's kind of crazy.
Oh, whoa, no. Hey, don't do that. Don't do that.
Oh,
Not for a clip.
days.
Don't do that.
Hopefully, you might have a wonderful week. I am off to watch Arsenal smack Lens 3-0. I'm going with in a bit. Bosh, Ali, enjoy Luton.